A Hollywood production assistant named Sarah Martinez swears this happened during her first job in 1976. She was working on what seemed like just another horror film when the accident started piling up in ways that defied explanation. It began with Gregory Peck's flight to London on Friday the 13th, 1975. The legendary actor was traveling to begin filming The Omen, a supernatural thriller about the birth of the Antichrist. Somewhere over the Atlantic, lightning struck his plane. Not unusual, perhaps, until you learn that the film's screenwriter, David Seltzer, was on a different flight that same day. Lightning struck his plane, too. Sarah remembers thinking it was just bad luck. 2 lightning strikes on the same day? Coincidences happen in Hollywood all the time. But then the death started. The film's executive producer, Mace Neufeld, had originally planned to take a different flight to location scouting in 1975. Last minute, he changed his plans. The plane he was supposed to board crashed, killing everyone on board. When Sarah heard about this months later, she felt a chill that had nothing to do with the London weather. During production at Bishop's Park in London, the animal handler arrived early one morning with a pack of Rottweilers for a crucial scene. His name was Ray Barrick, and he'd worked with animals in Hollywood for decades. Nothing should have gone wrong. The dogs knew him, trusted him. But that morning, something changed. The pack turned on Barrick without warning, mauling him to death just hours before filming was scheduled to begin. Sarah was there when they found his body. She still remembers the silence that fell over the entire crew. Nobody spoke about it directly, but everyone was thinking the same thing. 3 incidents, 3 brushes with death, all connected to a film about evil incarnate. The production moved forward, but the accidents continued. Special effects coordinator John Richardson was driving through the Netherlands with his assistant Liz Moore when their car crashed head-on with another vehicle. Moore was decapitated in the accident. Richardson survived, but as he stumbled from the wreckage, he noticed something that made his blood run cold. A road sign nearby read Omen, 66.6 kilometers. The town's name was almost identical to their film's title, and the distance, well, everyone knows what 666 represents. By now, cast and crew were openly discussing the curse. Gregory Peck himself admitted he was genuinely frightened. During filming at a London cemetery, he refused to fly in the helicopter that was capturing aerial shots. The next day, that same helicopter crashed, killing the pilot and cameraman who had replaced the original crew at the last minute. Sarah recalls a conversation she overheard between Peck and director Richard Donner. Peck was holding a telegram, his hands visibly shaking. His son Jonathan had died by suicide the day before filming began, using a shotgun. The actor was devastated, but what disturbed him most was the parallel. In The Omen, his character's son dies violently, paving the way for the Antichrist to enter their family. The film wrapped in 1976, but the incidents didn't stop. During post-production, a fire broke out at Twickenham Studios, destroying several rooms. Strangely, it left the editing room containing the Omen footage completely untouched. The flames seemed to dance around that one room, as if protecting the cursed material inside. Even the film's release brought tragedy. On the opening night, June 6, 1976, a young woman named Joanne de Maria attended a screening at the Mann's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. She left the theater visibly shaken and was found dead in her apartment 3 days later. The coroner ruled it a suicide, but friends said she'd been terrified by something she'd seen in the film. Sarah left Hollywood after The Omen wrapped. She couldn't shake the feeling that they'd created something genuinely evil, something that didn't want to be contained on celluloid. She moved to a small town in Oregon and never worked on another horror film. Decades later, she still gets calls from journalists and paranormal investigators asking about her experiences. She always tells them the same thing. Some movies are just entertainment, others are invitations, and sometimes something accepts that invitation. The Omen became a massive success, spawning sequels and remakes. But those who worked on the original film know the truth. They didn't just make a movie about evil. They encountered something real, something that left its mark on everyone involved. Sarah Martinez still lives in Oregon. She's 83 now, but she remembers every detail of that cursed production. And sometimes, on quiet nights, she wonders if making that film opened a door that was never properly